YouTube. What's going on? Hey, it's your boy, CBR Kid. We back at you guys with another video. So we are ready to get started on the clutch repair on the 08 CBR 1000. All right. So what I'm going to do for this particular video, we're going to walk you guys through the things that we need to do to get started, how we need to disassemble things. All right. We are going to probably remove the plastic, the side fairing, so we can get access to all the bolts that we need to get access to. We can get access to all the clutch cable on the lower end that we need to get access to, and that'll allow us to get started work. But I'm going to walk you guys through the few things that we have to do preliminarily and to be ready to install, or to be ready to uninstall and then reinstall. All right, so without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so guys, first thing you'll see is, first thing we have to do, or one of the first things is, we have to disconnect the clutch cable here. It actually disconnects from the underside of the lead. You see the clutch lever there? It's just like the brakes on your bicycle. You have to go underneath and just pull the cable out and disconnect. I'm gonna have to, this is turned all the way in. All right, it's tightened up as much as it can go. We'll have to loosen that up all the way back out, and then we'll release the clutch cable. All right, that's one step. Now, as I come around the other side of the bike, I'm gonna back out a bit. All right, at the bottom part of the bike, you see here, this is actually the mechanism. When you squeeze the clutch lever, it actually pulls and disengages the clutch. So right now, as I'm squeezing the clutch lever, you see that moves. All right. Same thing on this end. This little cable right here, you pull it out, you disconnect it. That frees up everything inside. All right. Now, the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, this plastic fairing off. All right, that'll give me access to all of the bolts that go around. You can see they all around here. Those are easy. Yeah, but there's a couple that sit behind the plastic behind there underneath. They're easier to get to if you take that off. The one thing that Honda did for this year that was nice for the aesthetic of the bike, but it sucked for taking the bike apart, is they hid a lot of the screws. They use a lot of plastic tabs. So when I'm taking this apart, actually, if you guys can see, it's hard to see, but underneath along here, there's a few plastic tabs that have to be disconnected that allows this plastic to release. There's this bolt here, and then there's a hidden one. All right, there's a hidden one that's actually behind the fairing, right? If you guys can see, it's I can't back up. Let me get out of focus. You can't see it, but it's right behind there. Ask me how I know that. All right, I know that because I broke that bracket one time. It's a little plastic bracket, and it was on back order, so I'm riding around with the daggone plastic not fully secured at the time. But once I do all of that, that'll give me the access I need around here to pull all of that stuff off, or to pull the clutch cover off. All right. Now, before I pull the clutch cover off, what I'm going to need to do is drain the oil. All right, so I'm going to do that and then pull the clutch cover off. But today, we're just going to do disassembly. All right, so I'm just going to take the plastic fairing off, get access to that bolt, probably disconnect like I said, disconnect the clutch cable here, disconnect it on this end, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll for the next step in the next video. All right, so that's going to be what we're going to do today. All right, so here we go, guys. All right, guys, so I decided what I'm going to do is get this plastic fairing off first, because this is probably the most tedious part. It's not hard, but it is a little tedious because you got to, like I said, there's these little plastic tabs in here that you got to get to. They're little plastic screws, and they're a pain in the butt. But I got my favorite screwdriver. I don't know why this is my favorite screwdriver, but it's one of those ones that's actually reversible. It's both the Phillips and a flathead. This is just my favorite screwdriver. Everybody has their favorite tool. This is mine. All right, so I'm going to start that process, and I got my little light right here. This cat, I don't know what kind, it's extremely bright. This light is awesome. So that'll allow me to be able to actually see, because it's pretty dark underneath here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get the close-up shot for you guys, but you guys kind of get the point. And I'm gonna try to light this thing up a little bit so I can see a little bit better and not blind myself. All right, but I think that's a good spot. All right, so now, like I said, there's this inner line here. There is a plastic tab right here. So I'm gonna get that out, I think. I can't even see it from this angle. And there's one here. I'm gonna have to sit down. And let's see what we got, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna need more light. I'm gonna need the light in a different position so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Ooh, it's pretty bright, guys. Right now I can see. All right, so it's turning, but it's not pulling. I may be able to just pull this out. Let's see. I have spares, so if I mess it up, it's not a big deal. Like I said, there's 3 of them. There's an actual regular one, regular screw at the bottom. Okay. So what I'm gonna have to do, guys, this screwdriver is actually a little too big. So I'm gonna have to go over to my toolbox and grab a small one that's a little shorter, all right, that I can maneuver with my hand inside. So let's do that. So guys, we got the shorty screwdriver now, all right, which allow me to get my hand in there and still be able to use the screwdriver the way you're supposed to. See, this is much shorter than the other one. So we're gonna come in here, our screw is right there. All right, I may have to come on the other side because I'm having some difficulty here, guys. Not to move around too much, but this is really a pain in the butt. Like I said, this is where Honda, I understand the aesthetic, but the function for functionality, having to get in and out of here and actually work on this bike, not so much. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, but we'll get it done. So we got our screwdriver in this. This screw's coming out now. I've taken this off. I've disassembled this before. It's been quite some time since I've done it, but I have done this before. Just not that much because, like I said, guys, it's not very fun to do this part of it, but it is necessary. So you guys can't even see this. One little tiny screw at the bottom, holding on a plastic tab that locks in this inner fairing bracket, or whatever you want to refer to it as. So we'll do the same thing here. Turn it. Now these other 2 are actually plastic. They come out just enough. So you pop them. Okay, I gotta turn it just a little bit more. And then there's one more at the top. All right, so I think I got that one. Yep, that one's out. And there's one more way up there that I can see from here. It's hard to reach, guys, but I'll get it. Got it. So again, guys, this is not the most fun part of this job, but hey, it is necessary. All right. So now we got everything released from this side. All right, So now we're gonna go to the other side and start disassembling the fairing or loosening that up. So as I told you guys, there's an easy one. The easy screw to see is this one here. All right. Actually, I'm gonna bring you guys in close. Bring you guys in a little closer so you can see what we're talking about. All right, so we're talking about this bolt right here. All right, in fact, let me do this. There we go. See, that's the bolt. It's an Allen key. All right, not just a normal screw. So we take our handy dandy Allen wrench, and out it comes. All right, so guys, we got the bolt out. Now, this is not just going to pull away. Actually, it is. I'm sorry. There's a plastic bracket behind here. I'll show it to you guys in a second. But this fairing also connects down near the bottom. Let me bring you guys into that. So if you look, if you can see right in here, guys, let me see right in here, it actually connects to the rest of the plastic. This black piece is a separate piece of plastic, but I have to loosen it up in order to be able to pull everything apart. All right, so we're gonna do that next, and then when you guys see this again, this will be off. All right, so here we go. All right, guys, so we ran into a bit of a hiccup, and it's the genius in Honda's design in this bike. I don't know why they did this, but as you can see, everything's loose. Right, everything on this bike is loose, except there is a hidden screw that sits right behind here, right, literally right behind here, that I'm not sure how to get to. So I'm going to work on that, figure out how to get to that screw, and then get this thing taken apart. But right now, I think I'm done for the evening because I'm a little bit fed up with Honda on this one. I'm actually going to go to the shop manual and see how you're actually supposed to access that screw, because it's in a place that you can't get a screwdriver in there. And I'm curious to know what the technique is to get this thing off. All right, so I will get that taken care of. And then in the next video, we will start the disassembly of the clutch. We'll get the oil drained. You know, we'll get all of that stuff done so we can start taking the clutch baskets, not the basket, but the clutch rings, all that stuff. We'll get them out and get the new one in. All right, so that's going to do it for me for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. If it's your first time to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, comment. You know, let me know what you think. If you guys got some tips, drop them in the comments. Let me know, because I'm not the only person with this bike. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. To all my riders out there in the rider sphere, keep the shiny side up, keep the rubber side down, and I will see you guys next time.